Welcome to the 126th commencement of the University of Idaho. This morning we will be celebrating graduates from the College of Sciences and the College of Business and Economics. Now entering are the faculty of the university. A long tradition at the university is for the faculty to form two columns that the graduate candidates will pass through. The College of Sciences was established in 2002 and is led by Dean Ginger E. Carney. The college offers bachelor's degrees in biology, microbiology, biochemistry, molecular biology and biotechnology, medical sciences, chemistry, geography, geology, mathematics, physics, and statistics. A master's degree is offered in 12 disciplines, and doctoral degrees are offered in 9 areas of study. The College of Science supports a wide range of research programs, including evolution, reproductive biology, ecology, synthetic and organic chemistry, neuroscience, geographic information systems, global climate change, nanoscience, planetary geology, and bioinformatics. The College of Science places particular emphasis on interdisciplinary research, and many faculty members contribute to research groups that work cooperatively to address important problems and fundamental questions. For instance, biologists, mathematicians, physicists, and statisticians from the College of Science work together to model biological processes and the mechanics of evolution. Our geographers study the potential effects of climate variability and natural disasters on ecosystems and human populations. And the research interests of our geologists include hazards such as volcanic eruptions and earthquakes, as well as the science of aquifers and groundwater movement. Several College of Science faculty and students have participated in teams working on models to control the spread of the COVID pandemic. The College of Business and Economics was founded in 1925 and is led by Dean Dr. Mark Chopin. There are 7 undergraduate majors, PGA Golf Management option for any business major, and a Master of Accountancy graduate programs. In the College of Business and Economics, we believe students best learn business by doing business. Our students gain real-world experience beyond the classroom. They join real ventures and solve challenges for businesses and communities. The College of Business and Economic Vandals are managing and marketing, consulting contracts, trading financial securities and commodities, improving processes for regional businesses, helping rural communities prepare tax returns, and launching their own businesses. Our students also benefit from strong partnerships, touring inner workings of businesses with industry giants and successful entrepreneurs. researching with professors to measurably impact communities, and interning at incredible places from Seattle to Portland and Boise to Bangkok. Our students learn to pitch so they're confident presenting in any situation, understand how businesses relate in all disciplines, and can analyze problems and create solutions. The graduates are prepared to make a difference in their career and the world from day one. The College of Business and Economics highlight student is Faith Dillmore from Boise, Idaho. Upon graduation, Faith will be moving to Austin, Texas to join PMG Digital Agency in a full-time position in the Graduate Leadership Program on the Client and Media track. She will have the opportunity to learn more about client communications, campaign planning, and data analytics. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the entrance of the platform party. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the presentation of the colors by Joint ROTC Color Guard, followed by the performance of our national anthem by Lionel Hampton School of Music faculty member Chris Fund.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight All the ramparts rang large, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please welcome the Chair of the University of Idaho Faculty Senate, Barbara Kirchmeier.
Please be seated. Good morning, and welcome to the 126th Commencement of the University of Idaho, a time to honor our students' crowning achievement. Please join me in welcoming the 19th President of the University of Idaho, C. Scott Green.
Thank you, Chair Kirchmeier, for opening our commencement ceremony. We are grateful for your leadership as Chair of the Faculty Senate and the focus that you have placed on student success as you've carried out this role. Thank you to the musicians of the Lionel Hampton School of Music and to our announcer and voice from above, Jeremy Falk. Thank you to our floor and college marshals for all the leadership and for the leadership of Dr. Rula Awad Rafferty, lead marshal for our ceremony today. Students, parents, families, deans, faculty, and honored guests, thank you for joining us today. This is a unique and special day and a long time coming for the class of 2021 graduates in the College of Business and Economics and the College of Science. And I am pleased to be able to recognize you all today for the incredible accomplishment. Thank you. Welcome to the University of Idaho, primarily located on the ancestral homelands of the Nez Perce or Nimiipuu. It is from here that our land-grant university executes on our mission of education, outreach, and service for the state of Idaho. This is the 126th commencement for the University of Idaho. More than 124,000 students have earned more than 133,000 degrees since graduates first walked across our stage in 1896. Seated directly behind me and on the floor are representative members of the University of Idaho leadership. Thank you for your leadership, focus upon student success, and the dedication to the students of this great institution. Will the platform party and other members of the university leadership team joining from the audience please rise? Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in thanking our leadership team for their efforts to further the university's mission, Please be seated. A full list of the university leadership can be found in your commencement program. It is a privilege to have a congratulatory message from one of our University of Idaho regents honoring our graduates today. Debbie Critchfield has just completed her service as president of the State Board of Education and continues as a University of Idaho regent. Please direct your attention to our video screens for her message.
Hi, my name is Debbie Critchfield. I am the president of the Idaho State Board of Education. The Board of Education is a governing body for all education in Idaho, including institutions of higher education. On behalf of the regents of the University of Idaho and my fellow board members, I bring greetings to today's graduates and their families. We are proud of your accomplishments and your achievements. We commend your effort and work and wish you the very best the future has to offer.
We thank Regent Critchfield for her message today and appreciate her service to this university and the state. Delivering our commencement address is a University of Idaho College of Science Dean, Ginger Carney. Dr. Ginger Carney was named Dean of the College of Science and Professor of Biological Sciences at the University of Idaho in 2017. Prior to arriving at the University of Idaho, she was on the faculty at Texas A&M University for 13 years, where she served in a variety of leadership and administrative roles, including Associate Dean in the College of Science. She ran a National Science Foundation-funded research program that focused on understanding how animal behaviors are controlled by the interplay between genetics, neurobiology, and physiology. Psychology for animals, be tough, I'm just saying. Carnegie has bachelor's and doctoral degrees in genetics from the University of Georgia. She is now a proud University of Idaho Vandal. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Ginger Carney.
All right, welcome Vandals and welcome to your loved ones and friends. We are all so happy to be here together in person to celebrate the accomplishments of the 2021 graduating class. But even as we celebrate, it is important to acknowledge it has been a tough year plus. A lot of illness across the country and world, and I would like for us to take a silent moment to honor the many people who have died or suffered during the COVID-19 pandemic. This pandemic has changed us. We speak a new language. Essential workers, high flex, Zoom and breakout rooms, social distancing, PPE, and my personal favorite, you're on mute. We behave differently. We wear face coverings in public. Hugs and handshakes are replaced by nods or elbow bumps. There's less distinction between work or school and personal time. We interact from 6 feet away and scurry apart if people approach us. But we are also more empathetic and kinder to others because everyone has faced difficulty during this time and everyone is doing their best. At the university, we were either unable to work in our research and creative spaces or had to do so in a socially distanced fashion. We held socially distanced classes or participated online. We dressed for Zoom classes with the 2020s version of the mullet, business wear on top and leisure wear on the bottom. Or, in some cases, and I'm talking about you students, we showed up in our PJs. And from Zoom, we glimpsed each other's private spaces and lives. We have a renewed recognition of the injustices in our society that are based upon race, gender, and socioeconomic status. People of color and others who have limited healthcare access are infected and dying at a higher frequency. Those in lower socioeconomic groups or in lower paid jobs have proved how important they are to society. Grocery workers, home health aides, custodians, garbage collectors, meat packers, delivery workers. Healthcare providers put aside their own health concerns and stepped up to keep us safe. Teachers and college faculty continued to educate and offer support to students. We appreciate the little things more, seeing and interacting with someone outside of our immediate households, a warm day that allows us to gather socially distanced with friends and family, and of course, toilet paper. We are all thankful for toilet paper. But unfortunately, after a year plus of the pandemic, we're also languishing, having trouble concentrating, staying motivated, and getting excited about the future. But today, I want to approach my remaining remarks from an optimistic lens on how science is helping us, how scientists have used their expertise to provide hope to all of us. Science is paving the way for our return to a life that is more like the one we knew previously and miss so desperately. Spending time with family and friends, traveling and vacations. By following the science, we will be able to eat in a restaurant, hug our loved ones, gather with friends. This is a shining moment for science. Today, I want to leave you with 4 take-home messages about science. The first is that science requires continual new information and evaluation of data. One data point is not enough. The information from observational studies and experiments is sometimes contradictory, and therefore science requires continual new investigations, collection of data, and reevaluation of what we have learned. When we are faced with an unknown, such as a new infectious agent like SARS-CoV-2, we base our initial response upon our experience with similar agents and adapt our understanding through careful collection, observation, and evaluation of new data. Science is politically agnostic. Here is one example of how science works. At the beginning of the pandemic, many scientists and doctors were concerned about SARS-CoV-2 spread from surfaces. This was a very reasonable idea, considering that we know that some viruses, such as those causing colds and flu, can be transmitted by touch or surfaces. Hepatitis B is spread by contact with bodily fluids or by sharing surfaces such as toothbrushes and razors. But on the other hand, many respiratory viruses, including measles and cold and flu viruses, are predominantly spread by aerosols created by speaking, coughing, or sneezing. Months after the beginning of the pandemic, through careful analysis of data from researchers and hospitals across the country, it became clear that surfaces are a rare source of SARS-CoV-2 infection. Most transmission is airborne via aerosol droplets. We still need to diligently wash our hands, which is a good practice to reduce many types of infections, and mask up. But we don't need to wipe down every grocery item or takeout container. Scientists are always prepared to reevaluate data and learn from it at every turn. Point number 2, our society must support science and basic research, those investigations upon which scientists embark with the goal of gaining new knowledge and understanding of a process or principle, rather than with a specific use or application in mind for the information. Basic research leads to many discoveries that are co-opted for unexpected uses, and we have science and scientists to thank for the incredible speed at which safe and highly effective vaccines have been produced and made available. It took less than a year from the discovery of the SARS-CoV-2 virus to production and deployment of safe and effective vaccines, an absolutely stunning scientific achievement. But it took decades of foundational research to get to the point of producing these vaccines. Scientists have spent years studying how other coronaviruses infect and replicate within cells, and each virus is subtly different than even closely related viruses. Scientists investigated how the immune system responds to new pathogens and viral assaults. Scientists engaged in studies to better understand the ways in which we might attack a new virus. Scientists created millions of small physiologically active molecules that can now be tested for effectiveness against preventing SARS-CoV-2 infection. The Pfizer and Moderna vaccines are among the best and most effective vaccines that have ever been developed against a disease. They rely upon a new RNA technology that is the culmination of decades of basic science investigations into the fundamental processes that govern cell growth and metabolism. Scientists created the small fatty molecules that are used to carry the new RNA vaccines into our cells. All of this work was initiated well before the pandemic arrived on our doorstep. Without these foundational, basic research discoveries and investigations, we would not be reaping the benefit of new vaccines that are helping us reduce deaths and infections and return to our normal lives just a year after the discovery of this novel virus. Point number 3, science is a team and multidisciplinary endeavor. Many different types of scientists are contributing to the pandemic response. Chemists and materials scientists, biologists, physicists, statisticians and mathematicians, geographers, including those with a University of Idaho connection. Enxing Dong is a U of I College of Science graduate with degrees in geography and statistics, and he used his U of I training to develop the famous Johns Hopkins worldwide coronavirus tracking maps that allow us to track outbreaks and deaths. Current U of I mathematicians, statisticians, and biologists are using real-time data to model and predict SARS-CoV-2 spread in our state. These types of geographic and modeling data help our leadership develop public health policies to respond to local outbreaks and keep us safe. Biophysicists in the U of I Department of Physics are using computational strategies to identify potential therapeutics against SARS-CoV-2, and then they team with molecular biologists and biological sciences to test those molecules for their efficacy. They have already found at least one molecule that is active in preventing infections in animals. Collaborators from biological sciences and the College of Engineering have been monitoring wastewater on campus to help the university identify where outbreaks are occurring so we can tamp them down. Scientists from biological sciences teamed with Gritman Hospital to set up a certified PCR testing lab so we could monitor SARS-CoV infections in the university population. As I said, science is a team and multidisciplinary endeavor, and U of I scientists are playing critical roles in the state and nation to help us combat COVID-19. My fourth point is that scientists rely upon the expertise of non-scientists to help implement the pandemic response. It is particularly apropos that the colleges of science and business and economics are paired together for this year's commencement. And I want our business colleagues to know that I have not forgotten them and the important role of business in helping us combat this pandemic. Our colleagues in business fields are critical in deploying scientific discoveries with an eye to ameliorating COVID-19 and helping us return to a more normal life. We should remember that many of the scientific breakthroughs were achieved by private sector businesses, large and small, biotech and pharmaceutical companies that often partnered with federal research labs to produce vaccines and PPE. The companies were responsible for R&D as well as manufacturing and distributing the products we need to combat the pandemic. We would not have achieved such success from science alone. Business is a key partner. The University of Idaho, as the land grant and research university for the state, has again proven its value to the state and region. President Green's leadership and acceptance of the science and associated best safety practices, masking, COVID monitoring, social distancing, support for students in isolation and quarantine, has allowed us to keep the university open and to operate safely and deliver on our mission to educate students. Thank you, President Green. Back there. Faculty, staff, and students have followed the science-based guidelines. Cover your mouth and nose, wash your hands regularly, practice social distancing, isolate if you feel ill. These efforts have enabled the university to remain open and to maintain a safe working and learning environment for everyone at the U of I. Thank you, colleagues. So what have we learned from this time? The University of Idaho is a strong, resilient community of students, staff, and faculty. We are adaptable. We are friendly, caring, supportive. Faculty and staff go out of their way to help students find their path forward. And sometimes the online environment has provided more opportunities for students to engage in courses and other activities that enhance their educational experience in unexpected ways. We've also learned that universities are not units of indoctrination to a particular viewpoint. We serve the state and its citizens by teaching students how to think and critically evaluate information, how to identify and solve the biggest societal problems, and how to work together with diverse groups of people to do so. That is the value proposition of a University of Idaho degree. Thank you. This past year plus has been a difficult time for all students, and particularly for graduating seniors. You missed out on the typical senior experiences. You missed out on those personal interactions with friends and faculty. But I hope you leave the U of I with a sense of hope, accomplishment, resolve, and understanding that you are always a Vandal. You are creative and hardworking, you are resilient, and you are fully prepared for your next step. I also hope that as you reflect on your time at U of I, that you will find a way to honor your experiences and the people who made them possible. The faculty and staff who provided mentoring and other support and guidance, the scholarship donors who supported your education. Once a Vandal, always a Vandal, and Vandals give back. Congratulations, class of 2021. We are proud of you, your resilience, and your accomplishments. You did it. Thank you, and go Vandals!
Thank you, Dr. Carney. We certainly appreciate you sharing your story and your wisdom with us today. I invite you to read more about Dr. Carney in the commencement program. Today is a momentous occasion for our graduating students and for our university. It is an honor to be joined today in person by faculty, parents, family, and friends to commemorate and celebrate this milestone. Let me begin today with a question. Is there, class of 2021, anything you cannot do? What we have overcome this last year has made us stronger. I know you will succeed in all you do because, like the Vandals that came before you, you are brave, you are bold, and you are unstoppable. Many years ago, I sat in your seat. My University of Idaho education prepared me well to go on and earn my master's and to sit at the table in boardrooms across the planet. The Vandal work ethic is unmatched, and paired with your world-class education will enable you to accomplish anything you put your mind and energy towards. Because of the interactions I have had with many of you, I am confident of your success. As you go on to achieve the great things that I know you will, remember to always share your accomplishments with your family, your community, and yes, your alma mater. I know we'll be hearing from you again with your stories of success because I've seen what you can do in the face of unprecedented challenge. This last year has challenged and shaped each of us in unimaginable ways. And while most of the world struggled to adapt or chose to simply hit pause, you continually demonstrated your commitment to your goals, to each other, and to your families and to our society. You demonstrated perseverance and grit, and these two qualities have been used many times to describe vandals who came before you. You, class of 2021, have earned your hard-won right to stand proudly in our ranks. As I look across this crowd today, I see tremendous support for each of you, our hard-working, resilient students, and soon-to-be graduates of the University of Idaho. I hope you will thank those whose support and guidance has enabled you to pursue your dream of graduating from the University of Idaho today. To that end, I'd like to demonstrate my gratitude through the presentation of the highest honor I can bestow, the Presidential Medallion. I gratefully present the 2021 Presidential Medallion honor to a group of individuals who laid a foundation upon which you, as students, could return in full or part to our residential campus experience, albeit in a changed world of protocols and testing, and I know we are all tired of testing. This group is composed of more than 130 individuals who will also receive a commemorative medallion embedded in Lucite next week. Their roles spanned applying for federal certification of our testing lab, administering nasal tests, cleaning the isolation living space, donating equipment, sharing PPE resources, and processing samples in the lab in addition to other duties beyond what their typical workday would entail. But in short, they enabled the University of Idaho to remain open, and importantly, they saved lives. We owe them a debt of gratitude. The 2021 President's Medallion is hereby awarded to the collaborative teams who stood up our testing capabilities, the Gritman Medical Center, and the University of Idaho Pandemic Response Teams. We are specifically honoring Kane Francetic at Gritman and Dan New, our iBest Lab supervisor at the University of Idaho, individually for their heroic efforts to get our testing facility up and running, the cornerstone of keeping our community safe. We presented some of the medallions at yesterday's ceremonies. To paraphrase the full description in your programs, this honor is conferred on those who have made significant contributions to the people of Idaho and have provided exceptional service that has influenced the well-being of humankind. The medallion is specially commissioned metal. It's minted from Idaho silver, designed by a University of Idaho student. Please join me in thanking the pandemic response teams of our two organizations for building a foundation for continued in-person learning, and in doing so, supporting efforts locally and across the state to combat the pandemic. Will Kane Francetic, CIO of Gritman Medical Center, and Professor Barry Robeson of the University of Idaho please come forward to receive the medallion on behalf of their respective teams. I'm incredibly proud of the University of Idaho's COVID-19 response. You, our employees and students, continually demonstrate your commitment to keeping one another as safe as possible every single day. Graduates, you are surrounded by family, by friends, by faculty and staff of this university, by Vandal alumni, by community members. Look around you. You are surrounded by support. You do not have to face life's challenges alone. I'm sure there were times during your academic careers, and especially during this last year, when you felt comfort knowing that you could call on this support when you needed it most. Your success this past year would not have been possible were it not for your dedication to your own well-being and to your commitment to care for one another. It would not have been possible had we not all pulled together to do whatever it took to continue working toward our goals. Parents, grandparents, siblings, family, friends, thank you for your support of our graduating students through their years at the University of Idaho, and especially in their final push to earn their degrees. Graduates, take a moment to stand and to wave to your family and friends. Please. My favorite part. You may all be seated. Students, thank you for your unwavering commitment to the pursuit of your education. What you have done leading up to today matters because it sets the stage for what you will do next that matters very much. So when I ask, class of 2021, can you do anything you set your minds to? Your response will be a confident and resounding, oh yeah. Congratulations, and go Vandals! It is a privilege and a joy to work with our very talented and committed student leaders. On behalf of our students, I invite the 2021 ASUI Vice President Joseph Garrett to say a few words. Joseph?
Hello, graduating class of 2021. I'm honored to be standing here today among forward-thinking students, outstanding faculty and staff, friends and family, all in a place that we call home. Think back to when you first stepped foot onto this campus. For some of you, it seems like it was yesterday. You took a risk, left your family and home and friends to embark on a journey that would cultivate your minds and your identity. Now, look around the room today. The relationships and ideas you have constructed have built a new home, one that will last a lifetime. Words alone cannot describe the enormous accomplishment all of you are making today. Regardless of the path that you took to get here, every one of you deserves immense recognition for the long hours, late nights, and rough mornings you have devoted to making yourself and the world a better place. In today's ever-changing and highly competitive world, you chose to elevate your experience by challenging yourself and reimagining your career through higher education. 4 years ago, give or take, you decided to join the Vandal community, a home built on the brave and the bold. The pursuit of higher education is a feat in and of itself, but when staring down the anxiety-ridden window of your future, you decided to embody bravery. Regardless of the bumps in the road, you are here today. The college experience is a transformative one. And we all came here for an education, but that's not all you're leaving with. Being a Vandal means that while you might not have known who you are, now you know who you want to be. The embodiment of a Vandal is being bold, challenging your and others' ideas with civility and grace, and constantly be striving for the best versions of yourself. Hold on to these moments as you venture out. Now, the past year has been a test of our strength, determination, and most importantly, our compassion. Everyone we know, including ourselves, have been affected by the events over the past year. But looking into the future, we must not let the challenges of our times change our goals or our values. Just as you did when you stepped foot onto this campus, remain bold and brave in wherever life takes you. Now, the letters that you have earned behind your name will lay the foundation for a new home. In a short time, most of you will leave this place, venture off, and create new lives. My message to you is when you leave this home, just like you did 4 years ago with fear, insecurity, and innocence, remind yourself of the journey you had here at the University of Idaho. Continue to seek out information, walk with inspiration, and show the world what it means to be a Vandal. Congratulations, class of 2021. Go Vandals.
Thank you, Joseph. And on behalf of the University of Idaho, thank you for your commitment to your fellow students, your example of leadership and spirit of selfless service. Thank you very much. I now invite Provost and Executive Vice President Tori Lawrence to announce those receiving honors and to begin the degree granting portion of the ceremony.
Thank you, President Green. The University of Idaho is committed to the pursuit of excellence. Today, we recognize the undergraduate students who are graduating with special honors. Will the students please stand as I call your honor designation and remain standing? Audience, please hold your applause until all honorees are recognized. Cum laude, with distinction, signified by the Bronze Honor Cord, the top 10% of their college class. Please stand. Magna cum laude, with great distinction, signified by the Silver Honor Cord, the top 6% of their college class. Please stand. And finally, magna cum laude, with highest distinction, signified by the Gold Honor Cord, the top 3% of their college class. Please stand. And finally, we invite to stand and be recognized the members of our honors program. We will also recognize other honor societies, organizations, officer education program candidates, veterans, and others with honor cords. Please stand. You have brought distinction to yourselves and to our university through your high achievements in the classroom and as scholars. We honor your hard work and commitment to learning, and we look to you for leadership in upholding high standards for yourselves as you embark on the next chapter of your life. Thank you and congratulations. Please be seated. We will now begin the granting of degrees to all candidates who have met the requirements for the baccalaureate degree. These requirements, set forth by the faculty at the University of Idaho, have been completed through years of formal study. Degrees will be conferred on all candidates present at these exercises, as well as upon those absentees who have been duly excused. Will the 2021 candidates for the baccalaureate degree please stand? Also known as bachelor's degrees. Always learning, right? President Green, these candidates are recommended by their respective faculty to be awarded the baccalaureate degree.
By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Idaho, I hereby confer upon each of you the bachelor's degree earned with all its rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities. In testimony wherefore, you will receive the diploma of the University of Idaho. Congratulations. You may be seated.
Will the floor marshals please escort our candidates for the baccalaureate degree? We ask that all candidates, after receiving your diploma, please stay for the remainder of the ceremony out of respect for the other graduates and their families. Floor marshals.
Here's your story, let's begin. The water's fine, come on, dive in. The future's here, it's right before your eyes. Step by step, you're on your way. Welcome to a brighter day. Don't you know it feels good to be alive? could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars. You can have all you ever wanted. You could.
Students graduating with a bachelor's degree in the College of Business and Economics will be greeted by Dean Mark Chopin. Faith Adrian Dillmore, summa cum laude.
Students graduating with a bachelor's degree in the College of Science will be greeted by Dean Ginger Carney. Teja Sanku.
Parker Stephen Lopez Adams.
Yazid Ali Alasmari.
Saleh Aldosari.
Jordan Nicole Alcorn.
Mohamed Ahmed Algahamdi.
Mattia Nicholas Aslet.
Darius Amule Archie.
Timothy Carl Barningham.
Benjamin Douglas Arnson, cum laude.
Mikel Hilario Barria.
Brock Mitchell Ashley.
Josephine May Boyer.
Stephen Matthew Babich.
Badar Akarthi.
Emma Rose Balderson.
Tristan Bowens.
Hannah Naomi Esther Black.
McKenna Ann Brinkman.
Jacob Kyle Brewer.
Salon Joshua Emerson Brenner.
Dane Daniel Bashaw.
Julia Helene Burrington.
Ethan C.J. Beck.
Constance Ann Burns, cum laude.
Zachary Patrick Brown.
Abigail Ann Childress, cum laude.
Agarni Abdulaziz.
Lindsay Renee Clemens.
Kennedy Ann Carlisle.
McKenna Lynn Cobley.
Jensen Oliver McNabb.
Brenna Dace.
Peyton Andrew Nichols.
Nicholas James Davis.
Sebastian Elvis Alexander Hauk.
Audrey Jane Dingo, cum laude.
Pedro Alonso Carrillo.
Janet Dominguez.
Seth Michael Chapin.
Natalie Ann Dwight.
Karina Clark.
Abigail Mary Yuhus.
Peter Gordon Clemens.
Hannah Renee Eckert.
Ryan Zachary Cockrell.
J. Danae Earsley.
Denny Victoria Cook.
Jeremy Rissay Ellis, summa cum laude.
Brenton Lee Curran. Joseph Thomas Leo Bruher, summa cum laude.
Caitlin Farrell.
Jared Syseski.
Courtney Elaine Floyd.
Tyrese Dwayne Deadman.
Lucas Fonts.
Cameron James Lang.
Michael Jacob Forster.
Noah Isaac Clucky.
Isabel Marie Gale.
Jack Roddy Dibble.
Alyssa Genther.
David James Dickinson.
Keegan Ray Georgeson.
To wait at the airs till they get read. Carissa Marie Eastman.
Nicholas Michael Goldthorpe.
Frank William Elfring.
Giovanna Lee Jeremy.
Cameron Thomas Ross Costello.
Haley Joy Gilbreth.
Mackenzie Marie Ely.
Connor Michael Gold.
Rachel Elise Young.
Gregory Ryan Gravel.
Willow May Walrud.
Janie Lynn Greenberg.
Trevor William Goss.
Vincent Micah Grauner.
Christian David Face.
Madison Josie Hagstad.
Landon Stephen Traum.
Tanner Alexander Hahn.
Todd Milton Wiltsey.
Savannah Lee Hines.
Seth Sidney Fry, cum laude.
Erin Nicole Henkaus.
Cameron Garvin, cum laude.
Jennifer Celine Hernandez.
Brianna May Hackett.
Brett Ashley Herrick.
Katie Claire McLean.
McKenna Ashley Hull.
Josh Michael Gehring.
Sam Russell Haulona, summa cum laude.
Brandon Christopher Huck.
Robert Kane.
Kyle Tanner Nebergich.
Heather Keevy.
Benjamin Dolsky.
Bandita Karki.
Samuel A. Loomis.
Chloe Madison Clelonin.
John James Knipe.
Brandon Leal.
Keegan James Jeremy Updahl.
Duncan Joseph Lester.
Zachary Scott Gibson.
Chance McKay Lee.
Christopher Stephen Giddings.
Marissa Christine Lavoy.
Jacob Kramer Grindy.
Justin David Lyon cum laude.
Herbert Joseph Sprinkle.
Cassandra Jesse Madrigal.
Tyler Carmen Simonson.
Bryce Lipman.
Peyton S. Oram.
Josana Lynn Marquez.
Brooke Elizabeth Jones.
Davian Martinez.
Grace Ann Zimmerman.
Zulema Martinez.
Daniel Catherine Van Lith. Ezra Gross Glauser.
Nicholas Alec McDonald cum laude.
Jack Hayden Hannigan.
Aaron Gilbert McNee.
Lane Michael Harris.
Alyssa Renee Mounts.
Gladys Clarissa Hernandez Espinosa.
Carlos Miguel Munoz.
Margaret J. Holder.
Solana Rose Nerum.
Amy Lee Huck.
Grace Helen Niswanger.
Maddie Mae Stapleton.
Skylar Owen Uenede.
Cole Jeffrey Lindsley.
Christina Lucia Peretti.
Genevieve Hurd, cum laude.
Etzel Alexandra Perez.
Alyssa Rose Craig.
Alexis Judith Pongthai Yokum.
Leslie Jimenez.
Nikayla Colleen Price.
Jeffrey Alec Lasarella.
Olivia Kimberly Cannell.
Callan Christopher Langley.
Nicole Kirsten Rekla.
Barak Leopard.
Emily Brianne Hodgman Richter.
Landon Paul Lively.
Madison Marcella Riviera.
Lane Nicole Madsen, summa cum laude.
Corin Rose Rappel.
Jake Robert Malinsky.
Jessica Rosenberger.
Mohammed Mansour.
Eric Sanchez.
Kobe Franklin Manzer, cum laude.
Rihanna Savula.
Emily Savina Martin.
Eli Smith.
Kaylee Dawn Hayden.
Haley Austin Smith.
Shelby Louise Steiger.
Braden Alexander Smith Zimmerman.
Molly Irene Massett.
Sean Patrick Torres.
Emmeline Claire Shepard.
Natalia Usenchako.
Isaiah G. Mattingly. Mitchell Isaac Brooks McNulty Hightower, cum laude.
Rowan Elizabeth Wilson.
Amanda Ray McClurkin.
Zoe Lorraine Wilson.
Alec Mark Miller.
Michael Zuba.
Jacob Wesley Millison. Logan Samuel Kimball, cum laude. Madison Nicole Morris, summa cum laude. Zachary James Nelson. Amber Nicole O'Leary, summa cum laude. Sonia Angelina Margarita Ortiz. Spencer Johnson Osgood. Kyle Robert Prentice. Henry Robert Pockner. Joseph Perez. Matthew Glenn French. Raul Rangel. Tanner Jeffrey Rutherford. Ross Lambert Renberg. Hadley Victoria Sabrega, cum laude. Aaron Russell Schaub, magna cum laude. Riley Freya Elaine Schulke. John Dylan Schwenkfelder. Kempton McKayan Sharp. Lonnie Staggs. Eric Michael Stenke. Leah Marie Sullivan. Annalyn Walden. Ashley Renee Trovato. Nigel Gilbert Valenzuela. Jack Romy Willard, cum laude. Giovanna Melchor Cahuaya.
May I have all the graduates please stand? So here it is. It's the moment you've all been waiting for. It's the time to move your tassels from the right to the left. Congratulations. Go Vandals! You may be seated. Now I wish to acknowledge, thank, and commend the faculty. Will our faculty please stand? You provide the knowledge and mentorship to our students. You teach them, you advise them, you support our students, and you give them the tools they need to be successful. You are central to our land-grant mission of teaching, discovery, and service. This academic year was unlike any other, and your perseverance, dedication to excellence, and commitment to delivering an in-class experience is truly awe-inspiring. I deeply, deeply thank you for your dedication to our students and to the University of Idaho. You may be seated. I'd like to ask Kathy Barnard, Assistant Vice President of the Alumni Relations, Class of 1981, to come forward, please.
Thank you, President Green. And yes, I did graduate in 1981. And actually, I looked at my diploma this morning. I graduated exactly 40 years ago today. So all I can say is, time flies when you're having fun, believe me. Good morning, Vandals. Founded in 1898, the University of Idaho Alumni Association is nearly as old as the institution. May I have all University of Idaho alumni in the audience and on the platform please stand. Yeah, there you are. Graduates, you are joining an elite and loyal group of individuals, now numbering over 124,000 strong. They are living and working and making a difference in Idaho, nationally, and around the globe. And now you too are a part of the Vandal family. So here's what I say to you. Welcome, congratulations, and as always, go Vandals!
I'd like to take a moment to again thank all who have assisted with today's ceremony. Faculty, musicians, staff volunteers, and many others worked for several months to make this event so special. My deepest thanks to the many committees, units, colleges, faculty, and staff who had a part in planning this ceremony. A special thanks to the volunteers, faculty marshals, and commencement readers. It's been a long time coming, and you've been incredible, and just thank you from the bottom of my heart for all you've done to make this a special day for our students and our families. Thank you. Christopher, as we conclude, Christopher Fund and the Lionel Hampton School of Music faculty will lead us by playing the University of Idaho alma mater. The words are located in your program. Following the alma mater, the stage party will exit, followed by the faculty. Graduates will be led by their floor marshals through Vandal Alley. You may find your graduate outside the west end of the Kibbe Dome behind me. So, please stand for the alma mater.
And here we have Idaho, winning her way to fame. Silver and gold in the sun.